Nostradamus. Welcome to Phone Age News.
A very warm welcome to everybody, although you're probably all warm enough already. I wasn't going to do a video today, but in my last video I was going on about the number 23, and then a couple of days later this happened.
You want a war? I'll give you a war! This is where the fun begins. Here we go again!
Iran seizes British tanker in Strait of Hormuz. Well, there's nothing unusual about that, apart from the Stena Imperial's owners say they have been unable to contact their vessel, which had 23 personnel on board and was heading towards Iran. This is HMS Montrose, the only British warship in the Gulf at the moment, a Class 23 frigate. Now it's time to look at the weather. Let's take a look at the recent temperatures in the United States. For instance, in Boston, they've had highs on Friday 93, it felt like 97. Saturday 96, so it felt like triple digits, 104, with the humidity. And today, earlier today, latest readings 95, feels like 97. Central Park's been stifling in the 90s. They must have very humid there. Triple digit feel like temperatures. Down in Philly, same again, same as Central Park. Mid to high 90s, triple digit feels like. And even in Washington, must be even more humid there. High 90s, mid to high hundreds. Phew, that's hot. And maximum temperatures yesterday compared to the old records. Atlantic City smashed its old record of 97 by 2 degrees, 99. New York City smashed it by 3 degrees. Westfield, Massachusetts, 4 degrees, smashed the old record by 4 whole degrees. And Manchester, New Hampshire, 3 degrees. Let's take a look at the misery index for the United States over the past few days. This is showing the combination of the heat and the humidity and how dangerous it's getting, suffering from heat stroke. Going back to the 16th, you see a vast area in triple digit feel like temperatures, 106, 106, 105, right, next day, 17th, we're up to here, 106, look at that, 105, nearly 106, so this far north. Next day spreads further, 107, 109 there in that area. Maybe 100, yeah, 110. near the Great Lakes. That's shocking. Yesterday, it's New York, 105, 109. And what's it been like today? Well, it looks like it's easing a little bit. You've got some cooler air coming down. But the forecast says it's going to reinvigorate over here. Phew. At this moment, we've got temperatures in Northern Africa in the low to mid 40s. Hang on. I forgot to mention these symbols here. When I seen them, they reminded me of something. These are the guidelines as to how hot a curry can get. I think all future weather forecasts should incorporate chilies on the map as to just how hot it's going to get. Where was I? Oh, I was talking about the high temperatures in Northern Africa at the moment. Let's take a look at what the jet stream's forecast to do in the next few days. We've got a very strong jet stream, more than likely driven by the high temperatures in America, and moving it through. We've got a big dip coming down and around the UK. The next day, and move on another day. Keep going. Look at the size of that dip there. Big amplification of the jet stream. We run out of data. So that's as far as the forecast goes. It comes right down to Spain and Portugal and then shoots up, dragging all this hot air up from Africa. Here's the CMC model for air temperatures in Europe for the next few days. I'll just step it through 6 hourly. Nothing much going on. Getting to Monday and you see the heat starts coming up to the mid-30s, southern France. We're up to 38, 39. Warming up in the UK too. To Wednesday, 37. Italy's hot too. Italy doesn't get a break from this. 39. Paris is forecast to hit 41, breaking its all-time record. But you look at the lows as well. The overnight lows are ridiculously high. There's no respite from it. And then it shows it moves over to the east. But Italy's still getting it. It looks like we're going another bout of it. Lulls for a bit and then comes back. Here's the GFS pressure chart forecast for the next few days. And you can see this is the jet stream dipping down and coming up. The high pressure sets up over Europe. So we've got the cyclone here, drawing the air up from the south. The anticyclone here, drawing the air up from the south. Run it through to later in the week. This is when we get the heat straight, so it's coming straight up all across Europe. So what they've got in store for later. Well, that looks like a vicious storm. And another one. They could be wrong. They reckon the heat wave will only last a few days, but the forecast isn't certain because they don't know what's going on with this. Because if this jet stream develops into a little cut-off law and cuts off from the mainstream and sets up shop here, the heat wave could last for quite a bit longer. So is this new European heat wave going to be dangerous? Let's have a look at the forecast misery index, where it adds in the humidity component to the heat. This is for 4 o'clock tomorrow. That's today, tomorrow. You can see the heat building already. Let's go through to Tuesday, 23rd. Go through the week. Check I've got the 4 o'clock local time. Look at the oranges. 103, 102, and then it's expected to dissipate. But if we get this cut-off law from the jet stream, it's going to continue long after this. So what's causing this recent global hike in global temperatures? Well, it's not El Nino, because there isn't one. I wonder what it is. The signs are there that catastrophic climate change is underway, caused by us. All intelligent life on this planet is about to be wiped out. And as humans, we're fucked as well. We've been pumping out carbon dioxide increasingly all the time, slowly increasing the Earth's temperature bit by bit. And now we're coming to the ultimate tipping point, where the permafrost, frozen ground's melting, and the methane's coming up. So let's have a look at methane emissions or eruptions for the past few days since Wednesday, to surface level in the northern hemisphere. All pollution this. Look at this in Scandinavia and Western Siberia. Massive emissions. It's all turning light green, the whole lot's going light green. Awful. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I did my normal check up on methane levels, as I do every Sunday. And they've gone up. They've gone up a bit, and I thought they warranted a report. So now it's time for Nostradamus Methane Report. Here are global methane levels since year 1000, when we started measuring. The clever bastards, them Romans, up to the present day. Let's see how they've gone up since the Industrial Revolution. Let's zoom in. Yeah. What are we up to? The latest figures are not October. Hang on. The latest figures are reported are from March this year. These are just the last few years since September 15. As you can see, it has a minimum in July and goes up to a maximum in November. Minimum in July, maximum in November. Minimum in July, maximum in November. And here we are this year in March at 1866.4 parts per billion. Here's a recent graph showing the last few years since 2015. Also showing the trend and the latest figures again from March this year. I'd like to present to you the latest data from the Methane satellites. Anybody that would like to know how I get my information, you can watch my previous videos where I show where I get the data from. The light green are the figures from last week at various altitudes in the atmosphere, and the two satellites both give two readings during the morning and afternoon, and the dark green figures are the figures from 7 days later, so yesterday. And as you can see, the methane levels in the atmosphere concentration has gone up. Most noticeably, the Methane satellite in the afternoon has gone up by an average of 1.75 parts per billion, and the Methane 2 afternoon satellite is showing a reading of plus 3 parts per billion. The highest increase overall seems to be at 931 millibars, which is close to the ground, 1.75, which indicates more recent releases. Overall, the weekly increase since last week averages out at 1.375 parts per billion. I have inputted the data into the Doomatron. This week's reading average came out at 1846.6, up 1.4. on the previous week, and the 3-week average of the past 3 weeks comes up at 1845, up 1.6 on last week. This is showing a dramatic steady increase of about 1.7 parts per billion per week. Steady. I have extrapolated these results until, assuming this steady rise of 1.7 parts per billion continues until its peak in November, which is all questionable because it may accelerate or it may carry on after November, who knows. But just going off recent data, a steady 1.7 increase per week until its normal peak in November, we get this. Now, I'm not trying to be sensationalist. I couldn't care how many subscribers I've got. But, you know, I'm thankful that for the 40 subscribers I've got. But who else is telling you this? This is based on mathematical fact. Up, down, up, should be going down. These are the actual measurements shown by the satellites, which I've been measuring since March. April dipped, May it went down, and it should have carried on going down. June it went up, and now we're in July, and I showed you that last video where it gone up, and again today I've checked and it's gone up again by the same amount, when it should be dipping. And on current projections, without any acceleration, on its present path, will take us up to here by its peak in November. And I don't think that's going to be its peak. I really don't. This is what's happening. Looks like the methane bomb's going off, folks. We lit the fuse quite some time ago. This planet's in fucking big fucking trouble. I'm going now anyway. I've told you what I wanted to tell you. Need to let people know what's happening. Time's running out. Hence, I'm gonna leave. Gotta get as many of my favourite tunes in as I can. So I'm gonna leave you a proper little compilation LP in my description today. Plenty of tunes for you. Anybody want to share anything with me? I could show in my next video. mad pictures of triangular clouds or UFOs or strange shit, just send them to me at nostradamus10@gmail.com. It's in me about bit on my profile. Find it there. I'll welcome it. I'd love to show off your mad pics if anybody's got any. Be great, that. If you made it through to the end of my video, I want to thank you enormously. Any viewers in California, Los Angeles, don't forget. Still got another fortnight to go till my 23-day watch runs out for the big one. Not long to go now, people. Take care, everyone. I'll do another vid soon. Bye.